I have a couple of friends, they're in their mid 30s, early 40s, that are really concerned that they haven't been married yet and they desire to be married. And so they were just asking me, what I thought about them not being married. And so it brought to my remembrance a dream that I had years ago, probably back in 2022, 2021. And in the dream were like two end tables, and the end tables were made of glass, tempered glass, as well as the legs were made of like metal. Okay. And so the tables are actually identical to the ones in my bedroom. So I'll take a picture of that and then I'll show you that for reference a little later. But anyway, it was two tables, and on top of each table were those old school green toy soldiers. I don't know, they were like very miniature. I don't know how young or old you all are, but these were these little toy soldiers that boys used to play with back in the day. And so both tables were covered with those soldiers. But then, probably about 15, 30 seconds into the dream, the legs on both tables broke. Not in the middle, not at the bottom, but at the base. They broke from the bottom of the glass to the base of the legs. And so, thankfully, the glass never broke, but some of the soldiers fell off. And then shortly after that, it was this very dark, I'm pretty sure it was a demon, that whispered something into my ear and in a totally different language. It was so loud that it woke me up. Okay. Now, I have been asking God for years, what does that dream mean? And so over time, he's given me little breadcrumbs and showing me what that meant to me and what I was supposed to take from it. So we as believers, we have to make sure that one, we have a strong foundation with Christ. Okay. And that foundation was that glass table. Tempered glass, supposedly, it's very hard to break. Okay. And that represented our relationship with Christ. Okay. It's very transparent. It's very apparent that we love God with all our heart. He is the foundation. He is the center of our lives. So you and your kingdom partner, y'all are, or your spouse or whomever you're supposed to be married to, y'all have a very strong foundation. Okay. And the soldiers represented all of the different lives that you were going to touch, all of the different soldiers that you're going to be able to raise up through your ministry individually as well as collectively. However, in order to really make the impact that God needs you to make, you're going to have to break some stuff off. And that's what the legs were representation of, things that we need to break off. So that could be trauma bonds, that could be healing from different type of relationships from your childhood, from relationships, your stinking thinking. A lot of us need to change our attitudes. I know for me personally, because I have been through certain relationships that have bruised me in the past, I was looking at things through the lens of trauma. And throughout my relationships, I noticed that I was essentially beating up or bruising the other person. And so God is not going to put you in a situation where you're going to hurt each other because you're both his children. So he's going to make sure that you go through refinement. Okay, he's going to make sure that he breaks some stuff off of you before you and your husband actually get together. Okay, because once y'all get together, you need to hit the ground running. Okay, we don't have to, yes, healing is a process and you're still going to be healing throughout your marriage, but y'all should not be coming together just beat up, broken up. God has so much more for y'all to be doing that he wants you to heal before you get into these situations. Also, the demon was a representation of entertaining or having an open ear to someone that you shouldn't. Okay, possibly a counterfeit. Okay, at the particular time that I had this dream, I was definitely dating a counterfeit. And the weird part is, when the evil, whatever it was, demon, I'm gonna call it a demon because that's exactly what it was. It was very dark. It was very weird, just very strange. It had his voice. And that's what scared me. I woke up saying his name because I thought he was in my room. So that is a representation of someone that may be in your ear that is keeping you from your kingdom partner. Okay, so whatever it is, take this back to God to confirm if this message is for you. But that is why a lot of you are not married at this time, whether it be a man, whether it be a woman. It's because God is trying to break some things off of you before you all connect. That is why it's so important to make sure you do the necessary work before you get into any type of relationship, whether that's like a romantic relationship or a marriage. Get therapy if you know that you have trauma and triggers. I didn't even realize that I had these issues until I started dating. And then I, would get anxiety whenever we would get ready to go out or whenever we would have certain top discussions. And I was just like, okay, why am I feeling this way? And then I realized, oh my goodness, it was from something years ago that I experienced. So when you start to see that you have these different things, seek help. Okay, yes, it's great to read your word. Yes, it's good to apply biblical principles. But if needed, I always say get a therapist because it's helped me tremendously. You don't want your past to affect your present. God has great things and has great opportunities for you in the future, but sometimes we can be holding ourselves back. We could be delaying our blessing, delaying our spouse because we haven't done the necessary work. God is trying to heal you before you connect with that partner. Okay? He don't want y'all to come together and y'all beating each other up emotionally, financially, spiritually, all of that, mentally. He doesn't want that for his children. He wants the best. The best version of you, the best version of your spouse to come together. And then, y'all continue to work things out because nobody's ever going to be perfect other than Jesus Christ, other than God. So, but he wants you to be the best version so that when y'all get together, y'all can hit the ground running. Okay? Be blessed. Again, take this to God. Love y'all. Peace.